No, you were under the right way.
No, she was.
It was? She was pressing really hard.
Watch, I'll show you. It does. Look, Daddy, turn your head. Look, Bella.
You do it. Do it. Bella, CeCe, you down with me?
Hey, Bella, you want to see Daddy have a nose ring?
No, please, no. Nice.
Daddy has a nose ring. It's floral. Bella, take Daddy's nose ring. No, CeCe, come take that off Daddy. Go take it off Daddy.
Don't do it. Nah, I'll be back.
Get him, CeCe. Get him, CeCe.
Oh, God. Lord have mercy. What were you doing? You gotta be kidding me. She been hiding this from me, Bella? Has she been hiding this from me? Where's she at, Bella? Oh, she's been hiding this from me, Bella. Has she been hiding this from me? Has she been hiding this from me? Oh, you're gonna have a little brother or sister? You think so? July, baby? A July baby? Where's she at?
Right here.
What? Awesome.
She took control of those situations, like when people came over, like, you know, I knew what our role was.
I watch videos of like peeing, or she'd make like powder balls, or you know, or like protein balls. Or,
Yeah.
You just don't seem like you want to be in those videos.
No.
Like I feel like you were being forced to be in those videos. And correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like to me.
I hated being I mean, I did it because for her, because
Right.
it was for her business and
Sure.
stuff. But like it was, you know, I hated just being out for
Yeah.
everybody to see. That's why like the whole like the gender reveal thing, I was just like. I didn't want it to be like some live Facebook video. I'm just like, no. But like, I never wanted to be out there.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like,
Well, even when she was, we talked about this a lot, Tammy and I and Dave, even when it was, you know, I think it was Florida on some Lavelle or Thrive thing, and she's like, here we are, and it's all expenses paid. And
I was like,
I remember looking at you and thinking, like, he is not into this video right now.
No, you don't look into any of the videos. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I mean, I remember you talking about, like, she would even post stuff for you. Like,
Oh, yeah.
because you're technically a salesman, too, of
Yeah.
Lavelle and Thrive.
Like she put me underneath her, not like anything, like any of my friends or stuff, like anything I knew of her.
Right.
So it was just, I would send her pictures. Like I should take a picture with your patch, okay? Send it to her, and then she'd make a post about it. She was like, "Are you going to take more control over like your business and stuff?"
His phone, I guarantee you, when all the pictures that was on there and comments, a lot of them Shannon did, because he never really went on Facebook. He wasn't that type of person, but he had the page, but then all of a sudden it was a week and a half. I said, why'd you do that? I was just tired of being on social media and stuff like that, so he deleted it.
It was odd that he deleted his Facebook account, but when he was on Facebook, and this was maybe a week or so ago, I don't know exactly when, but it was odd that he deleted his Facebook account. They were always, he was always talking about her and the kids, and and he was proud of her growth in the company, all the accomplishments, and they just seemed like a great team.
He would like this on Facebook?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
But hadn't seen much lately.
That was on there in comments. A lot of them Shannon did because she never really went on Facebook.
I mean, I remember you talking about, like, she would even post stuff for you. Like,
Oh, yeah.
'cause you're technically a salesman, too, of Lavelle, of Thrive.
It's allowed me to be there and be the best mom that I can be, and the best husband that I can be for my husband. The best husband that I can be for my husband.
I would send her pictures. She took control of those situations, like when people came over, like, I knew what our goal
This morning
was.
I'm trying to get ready with the kids, playing mom. They are very active, so
She took control of those situations, like when people came over, like, I knew what our goal was. Yeah.
playing mom.
I knew what our goal was.
Shanann said they should have had a reality show, and they did. It broke records worldwide. It made the true crime genre on Netflix take off. Shanann is a finesse goddess. No one can take that from her. Many people have been super duped by the whole good mom theme. And then they have a conundrum. The good father that was portrayed by this director, who ends up killing them all. There's so many confessions in this crime. Not to mention the up and twisted here writing books, and then the and twisted creators or providers of content recycled from those. But a lot of people say, oh, well, Watts said strangled. He said strangled. He said she strangled him, and it turns out the kids were smothered.
Kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm just like, nervous, shaking, not knowing, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I know, my life is completely changed. I don't know, what's happening. Honestly, I try to picture that whole ride. It's 45 minutes to an hour ride out there. And it's just couldn't I have, saved my girl's life? Couldn't I have done something? Why did I do it? I don't know.
Right.
This is my flesh and blood. This is, what I wanted all my life, was to be a dad, just to have, kids, and they loved me, all that, and it just nothing made sense.
Right.
The oil tank, nothing made sense. I'm just what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. So what happened when you got out there?
Took Shanann out just to a place off to the site.
Mm-hmm.
Then
What were the girls doing when you were doing that?
just sent them back to the truck.
And then what happened after that?
CeCe was first. We did have a blanket. She had a blue blanket. A Yankee blanket.
So was she alive when she went into the oil tank? No?
Put the blanket over her head.
And that's how she passed. Couldn't breathe.
I put the blanket over her head. I didn't want to. No.
backseat. Okay. Strangled her right there in the backseat. Okay. Strangled her right there in the backseat. Okay. Strangled her right there in the backseat. Okay.
Look at all that candy cane.
It's really cool packaging they got too. I like it. Don't talk to me.
No, different Chris. There's a lot of Chris's.
It turns out that all we have is what Watts said about the cause of death. The girls were disposed in a manner that would restrict any actual scientific patterns or analysis. So no blood stains, no passive stains, transfers, no projected impact, nothing. Nothing like that, no ballistics, just simply Watts's word, which ain't worth much. And not only that, but come on, strangled and smothered are colloquial commonalities, and frankly, is semantical. Watts is in a corner. He can hardly communicate how he feels sometimes, much less differentiate between the method of asphyxiation. An asphyxiation, irregardless what type of asphyxiation, first and foremost, you're going to have a type of death. It was either trauma or organ death, right? So we have brain, cardiac, respiratory. So with the girls, they've decided respiratory, right? So whenever you go into what type of respiratory arrest, we are talking semantics. We're talking about a subcategory of asphyxiation, something that this North Carolina NASCAR boy has zero clues about. And in fact, you also hear Ronnie interchangeably use them. And in fact, he asked Watts to kind of clear that at one point. And again, we'll go over all this in full, but you will hear his dad actually try and get him to differentiate what happened. And he says, I don't know, I couldn't see. I couldn't see. And then he does his little, thing of rumbling. But here we go. The most stupid part, the most annoying part for me is that in the confession that what I would say a large majority of people believe, which is the Wisconsin interview, literally he says he strangled her right there. He strangled her right there in the backseat. So when he is describing what most people convey to be a smothering death, during his description, the transcript would accurately read him saying he strangled his children to death there at the job site. So not only is it semantics, but the point is kind of moot anyway, because most people believe that one and they don't say, oh, well, maybe his Wisconsin confession was fake because the girls didn't really die of strangulation like he said. But we do see that in use often for the Shanann debate.
What, girls? Mommy has a baby in her belly. Are you guys excited? Yes? Are you really excited? Oh my goodness. Come give me hugs. Oh. I love you, girl.
I love the baby a hug.
Can I give the baby a hug? I love you, Bella. You're so sweet. Give me this.
Mommy! Mommy!
That's good. At school?
Yeah!
we're gonna let a few more people hop on, and then we're gonna get cooking here, and we'll explain to you what we're cooking up over here. So,
Yeah, welcome to the 12 days of Christmas, Lavelle Day, and even though I like to claim that I could probably cook, I can't at all. So I'm gonna let my wife do all the cooking. She's gonna make up some Thrive Bites for us.
and I'm gonna go wash my hands real fast.
Uh-oh. She's gonna leave me here alone. Oh, we got some people joining. Bella, look. Got people looking at us. Say hi. Wife's gonna be making up some Thrive Bites here in a second, so make sure you hop on and join us for the 12 days of Christmas. Bella's got some chocolate chips.
I need a Lavelle apron.
They're
All right,
pretty good
guys. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Amanda. Bella's showing you what she's eating. She's eating the ingredients. She's been eating the ingredients since I've been getting them prepared. So we're gonna make Thrive Bites today. Chris didn't want to go on live doing it because he didn't want to mess anything up. Not that you can mess anything up with Thrive Bites. It's so simple. Except for today, we're gonna double the recipe because we love the Thrive Bites. When you are craving something to eat, or junk food or whatever, you just pop a Thrive Bite and it fills you up, and it's really delicious. Thrive Bites, right?
Good job, Bella.
My little helper right here.
Thrive Bites.
So today, I will post in the feed the Thrive Bites. Bella, shh. Will you turn it down for me, please? And the recipe. So basically it calls for 1 packet of your lifestyle mix. Now you can use any flavor. I'm going to use vanilla here today. And hold on, honey. It calls for a cup of oats, a half a cup of peanut butter. Hi, Bonnie. Hey, Corey. Look at Bella. A half a cup of mini morsels. Now, I'm doubling the recipe, but still want to keep the calories down, so I'm only going to still do a half a cup of mini morsels. It does also, you can add anything into it, like coconut, peanuts, walnuts, whatever you want. It's up to you. You also add a 1/3 cup of honey, a half a Have fun with it. Bella was helping me out, but Chris took her away so she wouldn't talk on the video. Incorporate your kids, like make something for them. And this is super fun. Bella likes to roll these with me, and she does a really good job with it. And it's interaction with your children too at the same time. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna finish making these, and then I'll come back on later and show you what they look like when they're all done, even though they look the same.
Woo! Go, dinosaurs!
Guys, so it's been about 2 or so hours, and I just wanted to go live and show you guys the Thrive Bites and how they look. So we're gonna wait till a couple more people pop on. Girls are sleeping, getting some things done while they're going to sleep, and we'll share the Thrive Bites here in just a moment for you guys. I'm gonna get a container to put them in, so I'll leave you with Chris.
I don't think any of you guys have ever had the Thrive Bites before, but I love it when she makes them, and they're absolutely delicious. So once she gets a container to put them in, I'll actually eat one here, and you guys can see what they look like, but they're absolutely delicious. Love the peanut butter taste. Oh, she found one. No bites on yet, but.
Hey guys. Okay, so I'm pulling out of the refrigerator.
They are delicious. Sliding to one side.
So that's pretty much it. So they all slid all around, but those are our Thrive Bites for the next couple of days. They're really good, and I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll put them in there.
Bella loves the chocolate chip. That's all she eats is the chocolate chip.
And the peanut butter.
And the peanut butter, but she mainly eats the chocolate chip. It's amazing. Can you eat one now?
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Delicious.
You just can't eat them all in one sitting like you like to try to. I go to make them, and he packs his lunchbox in the morning. What are you doing, Jordan? You don't bang on the wall, CeCe. No, no. No, no, no. Yes. Okay, baby. You wonder why you're still in a crib, Missy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm responsible for making everyone feel like these guys might be normal parents. Newsflash, they weren't. All of the hours that went into the Watts Show production were not a waste because these guys were going to be on national news all over the world. Not only that, but covering our TVs, laptops, phone screens with the videos from their family. Well, I wonder why certain people don't want to be put on social media. Now you know. The one question we don't know, who killed the girls? Sorry guys, don't be mad at me, I'm just the messenger, but hello. The Watts case has a whodunit issue, as does any case that has this many confessions. You just can't hate someone for saying they believe the first confession. You believe what, the second, third confession? Well, one would say they kinda have the upper hand on you, no? Especially, you know what they say about getting further away from events, etc. Also going to be tying lots of bows on this family's dynamic because obviously attachment has a lot to do with this family and this case. Endless amounts of confession data that we have to begin going through. Watts got a supercharger right before Bella Watts was born. I've read before on Reddit where someone was like, there was a really legitimate write-up one time about Shanann and the whole issue where she's kind of getting Chris to resent the kids. Alright, so no one is completely blind to this dynamic with Shanann and Chris and the girls, and Chris being the bottom of the totem pole, obviously going to talk about a lot of attachment disorder and a lot of parenting issues along the way on our journey of who did it. Yeah, I said who did it. Come at me. Jumping right into it, the supercharger. I've always found it uniquely interesting that this couple weren't even supposed to have kids, or at least that's what everyone thought. Of course, they'll get to popping them out. We learned that Watts had just gotten a supercharger right before Shanann got pregnant with Bella, so apparently she was kind of feeling bad and it had taken a while to get pregnant with her, and she had just bought Watts his supercharger, he had installed it in his car, boom, she's pregnant. I know it sounds awful or whatever because I've seen someone be like, oh, did Watts' little baby girls bully him? He was mad at them. You know, as obviously closed-minded as that is, I kind of giggled because to a lot of adults, it does have that ring to it because, you can't be mad at the kids, be mad at the parent. Watch my episode, Chris Watts Roasted. The cover says Whack-a-Daddy. If we are to take in consideration that he might have been building a resentment, I'd ask if it all started at that supercharger. Bella. I noticed that whenever Chris is describing Bella's birth, he actually calls her a blessing in disguise. I guess he could kind of just be having one of those misnomer moments, or it's one of those things that the Watts couple says to the extent that it doesn't even make sense anymore. The baby wise was a quote-unquote blessing in disguise. I could see you kind of saying that about a book. We're not going to get into baby wise for the scope of this episode, but your kid? A blessing in disguise? Like, did she have a mask on? I'm confused. Was it like Mardi Gras? You got really drunk? I don't get it. What was it disguised? Maybe I'm being pedantic. I ain't. Both parents are sort of working with a by-proxy nature for the girls. I think it could be true that Chris does see the girls as an extension of Shanann. Obviously, how could you not? Their entire lives have been being controlled by Shanann, and their relationship as a whole has been only by her grace, according to her, since she can take the children away at will. It is something to be earned according to a very definitive way that she words this with his parents. They don't deserve to see the kids. She's not going to reward them with the kids. So he's been rewarded with Shanann's extensions for all of those years. Now check this out. So I used to give Watts way more credit than I kind of give him now. And we're going to go into that a lot in the particular playlist that I'm building now. Watts Confessional, the playlist that we're going to go into the most about this particular subject. Since I had to premiere it in this little movie workup, I'm short on time for this particular episode, and I'll be completing most of the Watts Confessional playlist via Neek Speaks broadcast episodes. So they won't be in my traditional documentary format. They'll be more podcast style, less looking, more listening. Obviously, a lot of it is going to include us going over the relevant audio. But back to the point. Watts can't think of a single nice thing to really say about his daughters. Whenever he's asked how he's doing, he's like, I can't sleep, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff you see on TV, right? But even when he is attempting to convey a dad who misses his family, he's unable to kind of come up with anything positive that he misses. And it's really weird that he lists off his things of going through the motions. He's like, oh, I'm not going to turn on their rain machine. I'm not going to stare at them on a monitor that they're too old to be surveyed by. One that he calls it a nightmare over and over and over again, which is funny because he and his wife keep sticking his children in a toyless room and an endless nightmare. So it's kind of up in my brain. He can't come up with anything better than chicken nuggets. The dude mentioned not once, multiple times, that he missed his children throwing chicken nuggets at him. What the f is that? Not to mention that in the lineup of things that he's trying to claim that he's gonna miss is the rain machine, the surveillance. He's not gonna have to turn on the monitor. He's not gonna have to turn on the rain machine. He's not gonna give them their baths or their showers. Okay, I appreciate all the time that I have with my kids. It's precious. I mean, there's nothing that means more, but fucking baths and showers, negative. If it ain't their first bath, no one would say they missed. No one would even think of that, I don't think, in the lineup of, wow, I miss my kids. I'm never like, I really wish I could get home and do some chores for my kids. Keeps referring to them as these kids. Okay, I know a lot of people have a problem with Shanann only having kind of negative connotation names or nicknames for her kids, but these kids... Literally, he just picked that up off of Coder and the cops. I hear them saying it all the time. Brought in multiple agencies so we can help you get these kids home. These kids, he's been hearing it a lot. So I will give him that defense, but it ain't much of a defense because be damned if my kids were missing or recently dead, as in the Watts case. And I'd be going, where are these kids? Where the are these kids? I really wish I could get these kids back.
Having to tell them to eat their dinner, and I missed them throwing the chicken nuggets at me. When I went to their rooms and make their beds, I wasn't gonna turn the rain machines on, I wasn't gonna read them a book. I wasn't gonna kiss them goodnight. I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna play in the playroom. I wasn't giving them their nightly snack, their nighttime snack. I wasn't giving them their medicine. I wasn't getting them dressed for bed. All that it just hit me. I'm not turning the monitor on to watch them because they're not here. Where are they? And that night was just I didn't even want to stay in the house that night, but I knew I had to just in case, like, maybe they came home, maybe they would come in that front door, garage door or something would happen. Asking for prayers in general, just like these kids are gonna come home, they're gonna come home safe. Being in that house and not being able to tuck them in, it's heart-wrenching, it's earth-shattering right now, because those are my kids. Those are like you made those kids, you know, like, how do you have kids? It's like just not being able to, like, you know, kiss them goodnight, and it's a nightmare right now. I don't want that to run through my mind, but it's running through my mind that somebody has hurt them, and that they are not safe.
The house, I couldn't sleep at all last night. I just didn't feel right. And I'm used to my kids, and CeCe's in the high chair, and Bella's right there. Like, just, I missed them throwing chicken nuggets at me, honestly, last night.
Having to tell them to eat their dinner, and like, I missed them throwing the chicken nuggets at me, like.
After I knew the bedroom situation and I'm listening to him say that he will never have to go through the bedtime routine with his girls again, and just sit on that for a moment, when he's thinking about his kids, when he's recalling things he should be missing, he's actually just recalling chores and going through the motions with them, handling his responsibilities. Nothing about their personalities. In fact, whenever Coder hands him the picture and he says, "Tell me about Bella and Celeste," Chris says, referring to the picture he's holding, that Bella would have been so happy in that picture had they offered her some gum. So instantly we see what he is thinking. Instantly, his brain wonders how the girls are presenting to the world in this picture. That was where his brain was that his girls could have looked happier had they bribed him in that picture. I already told you guys in the Faded Nightly video, I already told you guys that it pissed me off. He didn't say "I love you" back to Celeste. I don't know. I've heard Celeste say it one time, and I've heard Shanann say it in the second reveal for baby Nico in this video. And it was because she had seemingly pulled off her role really well, or something improvically that Shanann enjoyed, because that's the one time I've heard her say that she loved her. Oh wait, and in the video, maybe where baby Bella is going up the stairs, for these two, and that the nighttime routine was split up between these parents. According to Shanann and Chris, he puts CeCe to bed, Shanann puts Bella to bed. Key note number one to any parent, that these parents are just not like other parents. But I'm gonna get down on all of these facts in my Neek Speaks this week, and I've already got them done, so they're coming.